Here we are making a chicken and duck enclosure. Steve really wanted the ducks to have a pond. So that was the first thing in his mind, is he's going to dig that pond. And because they've been swimming in their water dish. But they are definitely outgrowing their enclosure. So in the daytime, we've been taking them outside and bringing them back in at night. So we'll do the same thing, but we'll just have to collect them out of there, and they seem to really love it. So we go to work on the pond first. You see Freddie scooting into the view. We have a couple cats. Steve got some plastic that he had from the miser. We actually have membrane, but it's in storage. So we figured we'd try this. So they have room to grow, and then they'll have to huddle together. They do anyways. They huddle together at night. And we have this tiny little chicken, and she thinks the ducks are her mommy. And she stays with them. I think that's why she survived, because we had 3 other ones and they died. So now he was just wanting to fill that sucker up. So he goes one little bucket at a time until he gets the bright idea to take the other bucket, and there he goes, and fill it up. We had a lot of water on the tarp, so a little rain collection. And I know it's dirty, but it'll settle, and we'll change it once a week. They should be fine. There was a little bit of clay that got in there. So now he's going to put the posts in the ground. And his shoulder's been hurting him, so you can see him favoring it. Now we've got some chicken wire, and we're going to wrap it around the little post. But as we're building this, we're coming up with new ideas. So I was worried something was going to get under, but Steve comes up with a really good idea. That wire was not easy to unroll. But he's stapling it to the little poles. And you think, how is this ever going to hold? How the duck's going to get in and out of that? Well, he comes up with an idea. So he at first wanted to put a door in, but I didn't think that was very smart. I was concerned. I said it's better to put a top on it and we'll roll it back. So there he is, putting the trees on the bottom and stapling the wire to them, so nobody's going to move those. And mind you, this is just a day enclosure when it's nice out. If it's raining out, they're in with their little heat lamp. But we're taking advantage of the sun. The sun is nice and hot over here. So now that we've got the bottom all set, now we've got to go for the top. And we have this wire hanging around. So we're going to use it for the top. And you see Steve cutting 2 sides. And me trying to tape while we're moving it. heading right over to that little coopy coop that he made. And of course they'll get a bigger one. This is just while they're baby chicks. So we're securing the back end of it and the sides, but we're going to leave half so we can roll it up and get in there, get the chicks, because you know they're going to run to the back. So that's not going to be pleasant to get them out. We'll have to come up with an idea for that, to hurdle them to the front. Because they're like, no, don't come near me. It's pretty ingenious stuff for just stuff we have hanging around. And it was really surprising at how much the ducks just jumped right in. They were a little leery of it at first. We have one duck that thinks he's a chicken and he hasn't gotten in yet. But we have one chicken that thought she was a duck and jumped in. And we had to, well, she got herself out, but we had to warm her up because she was shivering. So that is a concern. So I've been sitting after we made it probably for a couple hours, just kind of watching and seeing what they're doing. There's Steve crawling in. You can see it's going to be a pain in the ass to get the chickens. And now we're cutting, or he is, I'm not, cutting the wire, getting all those little sharp edges off so they have a ramp to come up, because I don't want them getting stuck in the water. I'm very concerned about the chickens. My sister said they're dumb as rocks. So mine seem to be fairly smart, but you're going to have one that's going to dive in, and I do. And I did happen to catch it. You'll see it later. So now they have a little area and they use it. And here they are. He's releasing them into the cage. They're like, let me go. Now there's the duck that thinks he's a chicken. And there's the chicken that thinks she's a duck. They're all like, where's everybody else? I was really wanting to see the ducks just jump right in, but they didn't do it right away. They took a little, oh, see, he fell in, but they got out real quick. They're putting their food in. And now we're just going to watch them for a little bit and see what they're going to do. They're just chilling out, relaxing in their new spot, checking out. The chickens are actually scratching, which is kind of cool. One found a worm. He's running around. The other ones are chasing him. It was very cute. But they're getting so big. They're just really outgrowing that tub that I got them in. So at least they have room to grow in this cage. They'll have to snuggle together later. But that black duck, that's as far as he goes. The white ones were actually bathing and going underwater, which was cracking me up. Of course, I didn't catch it on film. But they're so cute. It's so cool to watch them. Just get used to their little adaptation here. And you look at the ducks, they're like, do I want to go in? I'm not really sure. But he does eventually go in. But they're so cute, and they do like their enclosure. I just worry about the dumb chickens. And there's the brown one. He got in for a sec. White one's in a little bit. But they end up loving it. So Steve puts the clips on to hold it down so the cats can't get in. Now they got cat TV. But the chickens dart around and they don't even look. Scares me. And we do have one, like I said, that took a dive. She flew right into it. Now I have seen the chickens land on the duck's back and hop back out. And you'll see one that just jumped in a little bit. And there goes the ducky in her pond. It's a dirty pond, but it'll clear up. They're so cute. Wait for it. She's going to jump in. The one that thinks she's a duck. But that poor little thing was shivering. But they're still getting used to things, so they're a little skittish. I think once they chill out, there's a little brown one taking a dip. The black one's on the edge, but he won't get in. And the chicken's gonna fly right in. And then they're all gonna be like, "Ah, what's that?" But I think they'll learn quick enough. But that left side there is like a slippery slide. I can't remember if she just flew. Yep, there she goes. She's in. And that poor little baby. Look at them all run out. Ah, somebody's drowning. Get out of the way. And she does make it to the end. And she gets out. But then she's cold. So you know Mama had to fix that for her. I put her in my shirt. And she sat there for a while. And I wrapped her in a towel and dried her off more. And she eventually dried, and we put her back with the other ones.